What's good, y'all? It's Millswaschosen here with Breakthru TV, and I'm here to just discuss my project along with some other things with my boy Adrian.
Look, greatest rapper out my city, fuck a list. I've been in and out the suburbs getting chilly, fuck a trench. Niggas silly if they think they fucking with me, must be sick. If you hating, come equipped.
What's up, everybody? It's Adrian from Breakthru TV, back with another interview. Today I got my guy Millswaschosen with us, and have a conversation about, who he is, where he's from, and his latest project, No Limit 3. How you doing today, man?
I'm blessed, bro.
Doing blessed?
Yeah, man. What about you?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here with you. We go back some years, man. We go back some years. So, I think it's only right that we do this today. Why don't we talk about where you're from?
Well, originally I'm from Inglewood.
Okay.
But I grew up in the IE.
Okay.
But all over, not just like one specific part.
Mm-hmm.
So, like when people really ask where I'm from, I really just say just from the IE in general.
The IE.
Yeah.
Okay. So the IE is kind of what you really claim.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
How was it coming up in the IE? Because being from Inglewood, I'm sure you know a lot of people from out here too in LA. How do you feel like growing up in the IE differs from growing up in LA?
Big difference. I feel like being that I got to experience some of my life in LA, Inglewood area, every now and then I would go, every weekend I would go back and forth growing up,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Because I still have family and friends out there.
Yeah.
So after I got older though, obviously I had more obligations in the IE because I was growing up out there, going to school out there, you know what I mean? So I can definitely tell the difference as I got older and looking back, dang, knowing the people I know now, it's I could have been doing something totally different if I lived in LA or Inglewood, opposed to me growing up out here. I probably would have been on the same things, but it probably could have got a lot worse.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just look at it like that.
Word. What was it that, I guess at what point did you really decide music is going to be my thing?
To be honest, I've always made music since I was 9 years old.
Okay.
But when I really took it serious, it's probably my senior year of high school, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Probably around that.
And what was it that kind of clicked that made you realize I got to go hard with this?
I just seen the attention that the homies were getting, cause I produce and I engineer as well, so I used to mix and record a lot of the homies, you know what I mean, or make beats for them, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I just seen the recognition and attention they were getting. I was just this is crazy. The homies are just having fun doing it too. And I've been doing it. So it's I just seen that and I was just it just inspired me. I'm dang, maybe I need to take it serious if they doing it, and getting the attention they're getting.
Exactly. Why can't I do it, right? Do you feel coming from that engineer, producer background, do you feel you have a better ear when you're making music than someone who wouldn't have that background?
I would definitely say it's an advantage.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I wouldn't say better. I would just say it's an advantage.
Okay.
Because I feel I can identify certain things faster than a typical artist. You know what I mean? Because I understand certain things that make the music unique.
Yeah, that makes sense. So growing up in the IE, making music in the IE, being an IE artist, I feel there's a stigma behind that. Do you think there is?
Yeah, I do.
And what do you feel that is?
And
do you agree with it? Sorry.
Okay. No, you good. I feel I agree to an extent, but I feel things are starting to change and mold themselves. And what I mean by that is I feel the stigma is there's no identity. There really has been no proclaimed identity over IE music. You know what I mean? And I feel just gearing into this year, I've seen it's been the past 5 years, I can say I've seen it shifting. You know what I mean? But this past 2 years, I would say heavily, I've been seeing it just mold itself and bring attention to itself to where soon enough we are going to see more of an identity to the IE.
Yeah.
And I don't feel it's going to be distinct to where that Detroit sound or
Yeah.
that LA sound or that Atlanta sound, it's gonna you're just gonna understand though, like, okay, that's IE.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No,
nobody
for sure.
sounds alike, but we all have a distinctiveness to where it's like, oh yeah, he's from the IE. Like,
No, for sure. It's almost like I feel like a lot of artists from the IE have a little chip on the shoulder too because of that stigma.
in a sense,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of strange because the IE is like close enough to LA where you really can't decipher if that artist is from the LA or IE sound. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of sound alike, but it's far away enough for people in LA not to want to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I feel like it's tough for an IE artist to kind of try to break into the scene when LA people have that outlook on people from over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it definitely is, and it's definitely like, because I've had these conversations with plenty of people, like people from LA, people from the IE, and it's just like the common factor is just like it makes it tough because LA holds kind of like the platform for Southern California, and being that we're so close, it's kind of like anything we have to do to kind of get any recognition is kind of enter that territory.
Exactly.
And it's kind of hard because if we're not out in LA like consistently, like
they're not thinking about you.
They're not thinking about you, and they're not even trying to, you feel me?
Exactly.
Work with you in some cases, you feel me?
And then vice versa, I also see artists in the IE who are, you know, it's perfectly okay to be prideful about the IE, but I think it's also detrimental to be so prideful that you're like, nah, I'm not going to fuck with people in LA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree, because I feel like I felt that way at a point in my career. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can honestly say that, but I don't know, like, as you continue to just move up, you understand business. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's a business.
Exactly.
So it's like, if you don't look at it like that, you're going to stay at a certain level.
Yeah.
But once you understand it's a business, you start making different moves that can put you in different places, in different conversations. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So let's get into the reason why we're here. The project, No Limit 3, came out about a month ago now, right?
About a couple months, yeah.
So yeah, what was the process like bringing that to life?
What's crazy is it was just very organic. Like, it wasn't necessarily planned because I made it coming off of an album. Because I don't know if you know or not, but like a year ago now, I had signed a distribution deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and pretty much it was for an album. It's for one project. And when I finished that, like I literally finished that earlier, like this year. And when I came off of it, I just had this energy of like it wouldn't fit if I dropped it right away. Like if that was the next thing I dropped, it wouldn't have worked because of what I dropped previously. To it. So I had to fill that gap. And I just kind of thought in the moment, it was like, let me put together a project before I drop this so I can kind of gear people up for it and then just see what I can do. You know, before I dropped that with the deal that I had landed, I wanted to see what I can do organically before.
So you're saying that's what this is then? It's kind of like the stepping stone gearing towards the album?
Yeah.
Nice, okay. So did the music come out organically then, or did you feel like, was it just tracks that you kind of put together to drop this? Or?
The music came out organically, bro. Like, some of the tracks were songs that I was recording, like around the time I was recording the album. And then most of them were just songs like my producer, me and one of my producers, we just had such a crazy work relationship. He sends me beats all the time. You know what I mean? So at that time, he just was sending some of those beats, and it's literally, I have a studio in my home as well. You feel me? So
it's easy.
I'm locking in, just knocking these records out off my head. You know what I mean? So that's what I meant by like it was just effortless. Like it was an organic process to where I didn't even plan it until it was low key starting to be finished. I'm like, maybe I should drop a project. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So gearing up towards the release, what was your favorite track on the project? I know that's hard to choose.
Yeah.
It's because, you know, as an artist, you're putting every piece of yourself into the song. But did you have a track that you were most excited for people to hear? And now that it's been out for this time period, is there a track that kind of you know, people gravitated towards that surprised you?
Yeah. To answer the first question, the track I was excited for people to hear was Light Day. And Light Day because, for one, sometimes I can make more personal music, you know what I mean? To where I feel like with this project specifically, I wanted to make all hits. Like, I didn't want any fillers. I didn't want anything like, oh, that's too personal, skip this song. Like, every song is like its own hit.
Something to vibe to, yeah.
Bro, yeah. So it's like that one specifically, though, was just one of those, like, undeniable. Like, if I press play right now, everybody in the room would be,
They're going
you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like me personally in my catalog, I needed that. And so I was really excited for people to hear that, and I felt like it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
To answer the second question, yeah, this song called I Did It with Amori J.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he's on the hook. I'm on both of the verses, and I kind of knew it was like a feel good song, but the way people are gravitating to it is just like, I'm like, oh, okay, like it's the one for a lot of people. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's cool. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was gonna do all of that.
So you didn't expect that to happen?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
It's always cool to hear that because I feel like every artist has that song that, not that they didn't love it. Obviously, if it's on your project, you loved it, but that you didn't think people would really fuck with as much as it is. And
I feel like from an artist standpoint on it, it's like you don't think that they're gonna understand it so fast. Because like with the music, it's like I'm putting my perception of life out there. You know what I mean? So it's like for you guys to understand it and not understand it so much to where it's like you're living that moment with me now.
Exactly.
It's just a beautiful thing to see.
Exactly. Not only that, I mean, it's a testament to who you are as an artist and your talent too, because it's not easy to get people to see your vision or paint that picture for people, you know, because it does have to be well put and well, you know, the song has to be well put together in order for someone to really feel immersed and feel that story. So definitely, like I said, it's a testament to your work and who you are as an artist. What did you want people to take away when they listen to this project?
Really, I just wanted them to understand, like, for one, I feel like with this project, I made an identifiable sound for my region, like, that people can relate to. Because, like I said, I feel like that was, like, the underlining theme behind the IE's music. It's like, there's no, like, he might like my music, but he don't like my music because he grew up in Riverside. You know what I'm saying? So Riverside, they don't really, you know what I mean? They don't really,
area.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like with the music on this project, it's like everybody from all over the IE can be like, okay, if I don't live this life, my homie might live this life, or you know what, I'll be hanging with some niggas every day, or the niggas I went to school with that I looked up to, them niggas was on the same type of, you know what I mean? And it's just like, this was my life though. You feel me? I was just vulnerable about it, you feel me?
Exactly.
And that's one thing. And another thing is just like, you know, like if you gonna make music, bro, I just feel like make the music you wanna make. Make the music that's true to you, make the music you wanna make, and it's gonna resonate. Like you just gotta be a businessman about it as well though. Like you have to understand like this is a business. If not, then your music isn't gonna really touch people the way you think it should, because you're being too specific. You're not being broad enough to where someone can walk in and understand
Exactly.
you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, so I mean that's some really good advice, and for someone who's been doing this for some time, I'm sure you've learned a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
What do you feel like are some of the biggest lessons you've learned up to this point for being an artist?
The number one thing is just believing in yourself. And I mean that in like every way, like even in the lowest moments, it's just about pulling yourself back up and knowing what your worth is, you know what I mean? And knowing what your mission is. Also, just never giving up, like perseverance, you know what I mean? Never giving up. And like I said, just treating it as a business, understanding the business, because you know we can get caught up so many times from just looking at things from an artist's point of view. You get lost and you feel like you're losing. It's like you are losing because you're just trying to be heard. It's like, okay, there's ways to get heard, but you have to understand the business. If you don't understand the business, you're forever gonna be lost in the sauce.
For sure. I feel like that's a lot of that's the problem with a lot of newer artists, people who are just stepping into the game, is they don't understand that you have to be a lot more than just a music creator. You have to be a lot more than just a recording artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do have to learn the business side of things, or how to network, or how to package your music.
Yeah, unless you just one of those guys, you know what I mean? Some people just come out the gate and it's just I'm not gonna say they're not good artists or whatever. It's just like some people are blessed to know when to just step in the game, because at the end of the day, it's about a lot of things happening at once.
Yeah.
You feel me? And a lot of people have an edge. Like, I feel like the younger you are, the more edge you have, because the more connected you are to people. So the older you get, it's like the more out of touch you are with people.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? It's still doable, depending on the work you put in.
Yeah.
But it's just like, that's just my belief on it.
For sure. So I do want to talk a little bit about the next project you have that you just spoke about. But before we get to that, is there anything else planned for No Limit 3? I know you said there's some visuals coming out.
Yeah, we got some.
Any of that?
We're planning some music videos. We got some music videos coming out. I got the vlogs dropping, almost like bi-weekly now.
Nice.
I got the merch. We got merch. Yeah, man, and really just shows and interviews, really.
Okay.
That's my thing. I'm just trying to touch all ends, because I feel like it's one of those projects that deserve it.
Of course. Yeah. So now getting to the next project, you just said you had a distribution deal for it, right? Is that project complete?
It was until I got the feedback from this project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like because I did it that way, this project, there's certain things that I learned from this project that I want to apply to the album. So I'm kind of like still working on it.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah.
Could you talk about any of those things you might have learned?
I wish I could. Like, it's not. It's one of those things you learn as an artist, like as a creator. Like, for example, your last video, you learned something that you apply to this video in your interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can't really
put it into words.
Put it into words. So it's just things like that. Like, I just picked up on, like, okay, like, I can't drop this project without executing like this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Okay. That's perfect. I guess it works out that you did this before.
For sure.
That project. Then, do you have a title for it yet?
I do, but I can't give it to you
okay.
yet. I can't.
Okay.
Not yet,
We're gonna leave that a surprise for the people. But okay, man. Any last words you want to tell to people who have supported you up to this point, or anybody that helped with the project?
Yeah, man. I just want to give a huge shout out to, first and foremost, God. You know what I mean, and my team, No Politics. We recently just went public like a few months ago, man, and really we're a big movement for the community right now.
Oh,
like,
okay.
We're more than just music, bro. So I just want to shout out my team, No Politics. We've been killing it, man. We have a dope roster of talent and a dope vision moving forward into the new year.
Yeah. Let's talk about, I'm sorry, before we, head out here, let's talk about No Politics real quick.
Okay.
Let's explain to people what that is and what the vision is for it.
No Politics is a group put together by myself, our cameraman, Nez Flowers. We have artists, Elza, Ryle Peters, producers, Jimmy Crates, Miles Martin, and we're all equal partners.
Okay.
Like, it sounds crazy, but it works perfectly, because we kind of fill all the gaps. Beyond that, though, we're just another platform in the community that just highlights talent. You know what I mean? Beyond the artists and producers that on our roster, we're trying to, as you guys do, we're trying to create a platform to just highlight our area, because I feel like we have enough artists and enough talent now to where it's a thing that needs to be done.
No, for sure, man. I mean? That's the thing about the IE. There's so much talent and it's so underrepresented, right? So for you to be doing that is great. So that's No Politics, right? The collective?
Yeah.
Perfect. So So yeah, no politics. Mills, we just talked about No Limit 3. Go peep that if you haven't. Any last words?
I just appreciate the opportunity, bro. It's good catching up with you, bro.
Of course, man. Thanks a lot for coming through.
You already know.
Breakthru TV. That's a wrap.
Generation fake as hell, nobody know they self. When you the one who give advice, where do you go for help? Trust in God, you'll be alright, that's what I told myself. When I was broken all them nights, I had to mold myself, hold myself tight. Wasn't raised wrong, but we wasn't raised right. Money